All right, ready to jump into this?
Let's do it.
Today we're tackling what it really takes to be an outdoor activities instructor, and we're looking at insights from RoleCatcher's career guide to, see if this is actually the dream job everyone thinks it is.
And I got to say, this guide,
Yeah.
it doesn't mess around. It tells it like it
Okay,
is.
I like that.
About the skills you need and maybe surprisingly, the mindset
Oh, interesting.
to actually make it in this field.
I did notice that it wasn't just about, like, do you love being outside, which I feel like that's the stereotype. You need a lot more, like a whole toolkit of skills to
Absolutely.
do that.
Yeah, you've got to have way more than just a love of nature.
What really stood out to you?
One of the first things that really struck me was this focus on emotional intelligence.
Okay.
And you might be thinking, okay, technical skills, I need to know how to build a fire or whatever.
Right.
But this guide was really emphasizing how important it is to be in tune with the needs of the people that you're with, your participants.
That makes a lot of sense. It's one thing to know, like, the technical stuff, like how to navigate,
Right.
but managing a group of people,
Totally.
especially if they're all different levels.
Yeah. Are they comfortable? Are they scared?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. The guide even gave this example of, like, say you're leading a hike, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a group of beginners, and someone is, like, totally freaking out about this steep incline.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a technically skilled instructor might just be like, you got this, push through.
Let's go.
Yeah, but someone who's really emotionally intelligent is going to be able to read the room,
Yeah, read the room, totally.
and know, like, how to approach that situation a little more delicately.
That's so funny you say that. I was just hiking with a friend, and she was not used to, like, steeper inclines.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just automatically, like, slowed my pace. I was saying encouraging things,
Yeah.
making her laugh a little bit.
Sure.
And I didn't even realize I was doing it. It's just what she needed. Yeah, it really is. And it made me realize how much, like, those little things, though,
Oh, for sure.
make a difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
It can make or break someone's experience.
Yeah, it really can.
And that's exactly what the guide's talking about. It's about creating this environment that's safe and supportive,
All right.
where people feel like they can push their boundaries, but not in, like, a pressured or overwhelming way.
It's like you're not just a guide, you're a coach.
Right.
You're a cheerleader. You're like a therapist.
A little bit of everything, yeah.
All this stuff. And so they also talk about safety, which,
Of course.
well, it's kind of a given. You're responsible for people.
Huge, yeah.
But they went into some specifics I thought were really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because while the scenery and everything is a big part of it,
It's gorgeous, yeah.
the guide is very upfront about the fact that there are inherent risks
Oh, yeah.
that come along with this job. You're in unpredictable situations
Sure.
all the time, and they really emphasize things like wilderness first aid and CPR.
Yeah, those seem really important.
It's like non-negotiable.
Yeah.
You have to have those.
Yeah, you are responsible for people out there.
You are out in the elements.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, though, they also talk about technology playing a part in managing risk.
That's where I was like, okay, this is interesting. Because it's fun. We think of, like, unplugging,
Totally.
being in nature.
Yeah, getting away from it all.
But they're saying it can make you safer.
That's the thing. Technology can actually be used strategically to really make things safer.
So are you saying don't ditch your smartphone for a compass?
Well, I mean, a compass is good, but no, you can use them together.
Okay.
Like they were talking about using GPS trackers, which can be really important in an emergency situation.
Oh, for sure.
And then even something as simple as a weather app
Right.
can help you make informed decisions in real time.
That's huge when you're out. Like if the weather changes.
Absolutely.
So you know that.
Immediately.
Yeah. That's really smart.
It's about using all the tools available.
Right. And it all ties back to that emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
If someone's nervous, show them the GPS tracker. Look, you're being tracked. We know where you are.
And that can give people peace of mind.
Right, exactly.
It can really build trust.
So interesting how that all works together.
It is.
They also got into the different activities, and it's not just like hiking and camping.
It's so much more than that.
It's rock climbing, it's kayaking, it's intense.
It runs the gamut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can really go in a lot of different directions with it.
So many. That's what's so cool about it.
Yeah, and it means for anyone thinking about doing this, there's a lot of possibilities. Like
Oh.
you could specialize or you could just be like a jack of all trades.
Do a little bit of everything.
Right, exactly.
Like, that's so cool.
But that also means like you got to always be learning new things.
Right.
Which that could be intimidating, especially when you're first starting out.
For sure.
And so the guide actually does a good job of breaking down like a career ladder, which I thought was really helpful because it shows you kind of like how you progress from entry level
Okay.
to like more senior roles.
Perfect. Yeah, walk me through that.
Okay, so it talks about starting as an outdoor activities assistant.
Got it.
And that's basically where you're like learning the ropes,
Okay.
assisting the more experienced instructors, getting that kind of like hands-on experience.
So it's like a paid internship almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like an apprenticeship where
Yeah.
you're kind of shadowing, seeing how it's done
Mm-hmm.
before you really take on the responsibility yourself.
Okay.
And then from there, you could move up to like a junior instructor
Okay.
where maybe you're starting to lead some trips like independently,
Okay.
teaching those basic skills, handling some of the logistics.
Right, right.
But you still have like the support of the more senior staff.
So you're not just totally thrown in,
Right, exactly.
eased in.
It's like leveling up in a video game. You
I
know,
love that.
you get a little more experience, you unlock a new level,
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
and then, you kind of master those skills. Then you move up to that full-fledged instructor role.
Okay. You're ready.
Yeah, you're like captain of the ship now.
You're in charge.
You're planning and leading those trips from start to finish.
Wow. So you're designing the itineraries, you're managing the budget, you're handling emergencies, you're making sure everyone's happy
It's a lot.
and safe.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
That's a big jump.
It is, but it's also super rewarding because you're really shaping that whole experience
Yeah. I'd
for
say
people.
that's so cool.
And then, if you're really ambitious, you love leadership,
Mm-hmm.
you could even become like a senior outdoor activities instructor.
So that's like even more responsibility.
More of the big picture stuff.
Okay, so what do you do at that level?
Well, you'd probably still be leading some trips, but you might also be like overseeing,
Okay.
program development, staff training,
Right.
risk management for the whole organization, maybe even like working with local communities.
So you're like managing the whole thing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Making sure everything runs smoothly.
That's a lot.
It is.
But it sounds really cool if that's what you're into.
Oh, absolutely. And what I thought was so cool is it doesn't even stop there. They talk about like maybe you branch out on your own, start your own business,
Oh, wow.
become a consultant. Like the sky's the limit.
So you could be leading a trip in the Alps one day
Right.
and then consulting for like National Geographic Adventure the next day.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
many possibilities.
That's so cool.
But all this excitement, it does mean there's a lot of competition.
Right, everyone wants to be outside.
Everyone and their dog wants to be an outdoor activities instructor these days.
So how do you stand out?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Right, exactly. Like how do you actually convince someone, hey, I'm the one you want to hire?
Yeah. How do you get your foot in the door?
Right.
And that's where RoleCatcher is. Like, hold my compass, I got you. Because they've got this whole thing about AI.
Okay, yes. So tell me about this.
They have these tools they've developed that are supposed to, like, optimize your aggregation
Okay.
and give you an edge.
I was a little skeptical at first, I'm not going to lie.
I was too.
But they explained it pretty well in the guide.
They did. They did.
Mhm.
And it actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Okay, well, break it down for me.
Okay. So basically, they've got this AI that can analyze, like, thousands of job descriptions
Okay.
and figure out, like, what are the skills, what are the keywords that employers are actually looking for.
Right, right.
And then it helps you tailor your CV and your cover letter.
So you're not just guessing.
No, you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
You're like, here's the information, give it to me straight.
Exactly. And it's not about making like a generic CV that you send to everyone.
Right.
It's about highlighting what's relevant to that specific job.
Oh, that's really smart.
Right.
So you're standing out
Yeah.
from that giant pile.
Because recruiters are busy. They're looking at hundreds of these things.
They are.
And you want yours to be the one that catches their eye.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's not just about keywords. What else?
So it can also actually like look at your CV and be like, hey, you know what? You're missing this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you might want to highlight this skill more.
Yeah.
Or, you might want to consider getting this certification.
It's like having a little career coach in your pocket.
Totally.
That's really cool.
It is really cool.
But it doesn't stop there, does it?
It does not stop there because then there's interview prep,
Oh, gosh, yes, the interview.
the bane of everyone's existence, right?
Worst.
So they've got this database of over 120,000 interview questions.
What?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Well, I mean, think about it. There's so many different types of outdoor activities,
That's true.
different age groups you might work with, different organizations. Like the possibilities are endless.
That makes sense.
But here's the really cool part, okay? It's not just giving you, like, random questions from this massive database.
Okay.
It actually analyzes the job description that you're going for.
Wow.
It looks at your CV. It even looks at, like, your previous application responses and tries to predict
That's
the
crazy.
questions they're going to ask you.
That's like a crystal ball for job interviews. That's amazing.
It's a little creepy, but mostly amazing.
Okay, so you're not blindsided by those weird curveball questions.
Exactly. You can go in prepared.
That's so smart.
And it gets even better.
Okay, is there more?
There's more. You can record yourself answering these practice questions,
Okay.
and then it will analyze your performance.
Wait, so it's like having a robot judge you on your job interview skills.
Basically.
Oh my God.
But it's not like judging you. It's giving you feedback.
Okay.
Like, hey, you're using too much jargon, or you're rambling, stay on topic.
So it can tell if you're being, like, weird.
It can tell if you're not being genuine. Yeah.
That's a little scary, but also amazing.
It is a little Big Brother-ish.
Yeah.
But it's also like, come on, this technology is incredible.
It's really cool.
It's like having your own personal coach, but for, like, a fraction of the cost.
It's amazing how far things have come.
It is.
But with all that being said,
Right.
the guy does make a point of saying, like, don't forget about the human element of this.
Oh, absolutely. You can't automate everything.
Yeah, can't automate
Yeah.
the connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, and thinking about, like, what the RoleCatcher guide said,
Mhm.
it really is about those personal connections you make.
Totally. Those aha moments,
Yes.
when someone, like, overcomes a challenge.
Yeah.
Or, like, sees the world in a way they've never seen it before.
Because of you.
Because of this experience that you helped create.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
And that goes back to that emotional intelligence thing.
Oh, 100%.
Being able to kind of read the room.
Read the group.
Yeah, adapt.
And, like, build that trust by actually, like, connecting with people on a genuine level.
So it's more than just having the skills on paper.
Way more.
It's like actually being able to...
It's like the soft skills
Yes.
are just as important as
Yeah, you got to have them.
the hard skills, for sure.
And even thinking about the interview, it made me think,
Yeah.
you can't just be like, here are all the trails I've hiked, you know?
Here are my certifications.
Yeah, like show them who you are.
Exactly. Tell those stories
Yes.
about how you connect with people.
Exactly.
Like, those are the things that are going to make you stand out.
Because it might not remember
They won't remember what you said.
what you said. Yeah.
They'll remember how you made them feel.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, that's so true. Okay, so then
Yeah.
we talked about these AI tools, which are amazing,
Super helpful.
but,
But here, not the be-all and end-all.
right, you can't just rely on a robot.
Exactly. It's like they're tools. They can help you,
They can help you get there.
get your foot in the door. But at the end of the day, it's your passion,
Yes.
your drive, your genuine, like, love for this.
Yeah, they can't teach you that.
No, they can't teach that.
That's got to come from you.
That's got to come from within.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's like finding that balance, right?
It is. It's like using technology to your advantage, but not losing sight of those human qualities.
Yes, because those are important.
Those are what make it special,
Yes, and that's good advice for any job,
Oh, absolutely. This translates to everything.
not just outdoor stuff.
It's a life lesson, really,
It is.
disguised as career advice.
I like okay, so to wrap things up.
Yeah.
If you are thinking about being an outdoor activities instructor, just remember,
Mm-hmm.
it's more than loving nature.
It's more than loving nature.
You got to have the skills.
You got to have the skills. You got to be willing to learn and grow,
Be open to new things.
embrace technology, but also, like, remember why you're doing it.
That human connection. Exactly.
It might be challenging, but
Oh, so rewarding.
it'll be worth it.
Totally worth it.
Okay, so on that note,
Yeah.
that's our deep dive into being an outdoor activities instructor.
There you have it.
Until next time.
Happy trails.
Yes. Keep exploring, everybody.